Central to our behavior as well as social, spiritual, mental, and physical well-being is the state of the mind. Welcome to a series entitled The Power of Hope, presented by A Voice to the World. Today we're going to look at perhaps the most important thing you can ever learn in your life. Health is all in your mind. But how can this be? Perhaps to help you understand, let us first look at the science of stress and immunity. The first thing that you have to know is that there is a hormone known as cortisol, which has been termed as a stress hormone, as it is responsible for helping you cope with stress. Now what happens is that when it is released in great or excessive quantities over a prolonged period due to stress, it actually becomes harmful to the body. It inhibits or suppresses the immune system, thereby making you susceptible to various infections and diseases. Another important factor to consider is that the brain is actually directly linked to the immune cells through what are known as neuropeptides. Now, when you encounter various stress factors, the immune cells get affected and there is some responsive mechanism which is directly linked to the brain. And due to this trigger, your immune system will be suppressed. It is for this reason that when we were doing our medical training, one of the first things that they taught us was that during an interaction with a patient, if the patient does not feel much better, it means that you are not a good doctor. That interaction between the medical personnel and the patient creates an atmosphere in which the stress factors become low, in which there is at least some light of hope on the side of the patient that he or she is going to be treated. Therefore, it is important that we get rid of all negative thoughts. Let us get rid of all the toxic states of mind, which include resentment, anxiety, worry, being nervous, upset, and impatient. We need to develop positive thoughts about ourselves. Develop positive thoughts about yourself, positive thoughts about the past, positive thoughts about the future, positive thoughts about the environment and people. When we say positive thoughts about yourself, we mean here, do not form your self-image or self-concept by comparing yourself to television or movie characters, because that is just unrealistic. You end up being depressed. Develop positive thoughts about the past. The past cannot be changed. You can only view it in a different perspective. Therefore, you must view things in a different light. You can learn from Paul, who said, "There's one thing that I do. I forget what is behind and I press towards what is ahead." You need to develop positive thoughts about your future. You know that the future is largely dependent on what you do today. You can change what is changeable by having confidence and also faith in God, because He says, "I know the plans that I have for you." In relation to the environment, develop what I call tolerance glasses. Have these glasses on, and as you look at the surroundings, do not blame anyone for anything, and always bear in mind that this is an imperfect world and you meet many imperfect people. There are two principles to live by, and these are old eternal principles. The first one is you need to keep your heart with all diligence, because out of it are the issues of life. The second one is you need to gird up the loins of your mind and need to be sober and hopeful until the day that Jesus Christ will come and take us home. May God bless you. Amen.